Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome. My name's Alicia, and if you're a returning subscriber, then welcome back. So I know a lot of you just clicked on this video because of the title, and yes, I did get accepted into nursing school, you guys. I'm so excited to be sharing this news with you guys. I know I've been Mia for like 8 months, but I'll be explaining that later on in this video. But here is my letter that I got in the mail, this whole entire envelope. You know, it was like a letter of basically them telling me, I'll read it to you guys. They're like, "Dear Miss Rodriguez, congratulations, you have been selected for admission to the part-time track of Science and Nursing program BSN at so-and-so college beginning spring 2020. And then basically a mandatory 2-part new nursing student orientation for all accepted nursing students will be held in auditorium on Friday, November 8th and Friday, January 7th. Attendance is mandatory on both days, and basically, you know, orientation provides an opportunity to meet your leadership team, faculty, staff, and your classmates. On the first day, you will learn about the requirements for the program as well as receive information about registration. And then on the second day, you will participate in events and presentations designed to support your success in your first semester." I really do not know so much about the second orientation. I think the second orientation is when you have interviews to be interviewed basically at all the hospitals in my area. I'm guessing this is what I heard from other people, that we're interviewed, and then whatever hospital picks us, that's where we're going to be going to doing our clinicals the whole entire time you're in the nursing program. I'm not 100% sure. I won't really know until I attend my first orientation, which is on Friday, November 8th. So I will be vlogging that for you guys, if any of you guys were wondering. I did end up getting down my acceptance letter, and then basically where we have to sign and return. So to say that we accepted our position, basically like our seat, we have until November 1st to turn in our, if we want to be accepted. And basically we did end up getting 2 more papers on uniforms and equipment, CPR, basically our vaccinations, our background checks, and stuff like that. And that was basically it. And of course, like, you know, a map to get to campus, which I already know how to get to campus. But I'm going to be signing off my acceptance response form tomorrow, so I can turn it in, even though it's not due until November 1st. But you know, I already know I'm going to be attending this college. So I know I did not tell you guys, but I'm going to be attending the state college in my area. I know, crazy. I did end up getting rejected twice from this school. I think I did tell you guys. Yes, I told you guys. I remember telling you guys. But I did end up getting rejected twice from this school. And probably some of you guys are wondering, like, you got rejected twice, so why didn't you apply to somewhere else? Basically, I had a lot going on health-wise this year. So I basically decided to apply to this school barely in September. Like, I was not going to apply, you guys. Like, I was gonna wait until next year to apply to nursing school for me to start in the fall of 2020 because of, you know, of my health, which I'll touch upon that later on. But yeah, I was gonna wait, and you know, something told me to apply at this school, you know, one more time. And basically I applied, and I received my acceptance letter this past Saturday. So today's October 22nd, and I received it this past Saturday. I did end up getting an email, which I didn't get an email the first 2 times that I applied. This time I did get an email, and I was just like a little bit skeptical, because I was like, I've never gotten an email from them telling me like when the letters were going to come in. So I ended up getting an email, like, basically then saying that we're supposed to be receiving our letters after Wednesday. So, you know, I was checking the mail ever since Wednesday, like every day until Saturday. I checked it, and there was this huge envelope, and I was literally like, like, I don't think it's for me. And then, you know, I read it. Of course, I should have recorded myself, but at that time I was just like, you know, super nervous. I read it. That's when I opened it, and I told my parents and my sisters that I was going to be starting nursing school in January. So they were happy for me. I was happy because I just could not believe it, you guys, because of like everything that's been going on this year for me. Like, I really did not, expect to start nursing school in January, because my plan was to start next year during fall. So I think it was just, crazy, and I feel like it must have been God telling me that it was my time to start nursing school. So, like how I said, I did end up getting rejected twice, and I feel like it was God just telling me that it was my time to start nursing school, for me waiting a year and a half, from being rejected and stuff like that. But yes, I will be starting in January, and I will be vlogging everything and being as informative as I can, because I know there's probably like a lot of people, they're going to be starting nursing school in the fall of 2020 or in the summer. But I'm quite excited to start this journey, and still can't believe it till this day, you guys, that I'm going to be starting nursing school. So now on to updates on where I've been. I know I have not uploaded, it's been like 8 months. I think the last time I uploaded when spring semester started, which was in like January, February, and I stopped vlogging just because I got sick. I did tell you guys that I was getting a cold, and basically that cold turned into something else, and that cold kept me from doing, regular things. So basically I was sick from February until May, and recently I got sick again, like basically last week. I got sick again, and I'm hoping it's not the same thing. I'm hoping I'm not going to be in bed all over again. But during that time I stopped vlogging because I was like, what am I gonna upload? And I was sick. I didn't have motivation to do basically nothing. Like, that coldness took all my energy out of me. Basically I had symptoms of chest pain. I felt out of breath. For some reason I thought I had asthma, but I didn't. I did end up getting a inhaler, and I continued to use that inhaler from February to March, just because of like, the cold symptoms that I had. And there was days where I had no energy at all. I did end up going to the hospital once or twice. I think I was in and out of doctors like every week or every other week, depending on my symptoms, which was crazy. And basically they did end up giving me medication. It wouldn't help at all. I did end up getting to see a heart specialist. They monitored my heart. I had to do like all these tests for my heart. They all ended up coming back negative, that my heart was healthy. And I was just like, then why do I still feel out of breath? I couldn't really walk a certain distance. I was taking spring classes, and the building that I was in was like quite a walk. It was like, it, it was in between like 10 minutes, and I would struggle to walk to my next class. Like, I would have to walk slow, because if not I would feel out of breath and I would have to use my inhaler. And that's basically what I ended up telling my doctors. And they told me that everything came back normal. I was normal, my heart was normal. And after all those tests from the heart, they basically told me to go back to my primary doctor. Went to my primary doctor. I still had the same symptoms of me basically having cold symptoms, still feeling out of breath, having no energy. There was days where I just did not want to get up. I just did not feel like doing anything. And then they did end up checking my thyroid. My thyroid came back negative. And then I feel like my cold symptoms started to go away, because that's when that's basically when the weather started to change into summer. And I feel like it was also like the weather. There was days where it was super windy and super cold, and those were the days where I just did not want to go outside, because I felt like I would get worse. So I would have to take those precautions, and always be bundled up. And people at school would look at me crazy, but I had no energy sometimes. I still had to go to my classes, even on the days that I did not feel like going. But I pushed through, and I finished my spring semester, even though I struggled so much, you guys. I finished, and basically I did end up feeling better. During all of summer I was not sick. I felt better. I felt back to normal. I got all my energy back. And then last week I did end up getting sick. I still am sick, but last week it was just horrible. And I just told myself I'm hoping I do not get sick again, like how I got sick through spring semester, because it was horrible. And that's basically like one of the reasons why I didn't really upload. I didn't really apply to nursing school once again, because like at that time, like I just did not know what was wrong with me, and to this day I still really do not know. So I'm hoping that once I finish my medications, I do end up feeling better, because if I don't, then I'll probably have to go back to the doctors and then for them to figure out what I have, because I basically can't be, feeling like this all the time. I just want to know what I have. And, that's like one of the reasons why I didn't apply to nursing school for the fall. I didn't apply to the community college because at that time I was sick and I didn't really know what was going to happen. And, once you're in nursing school, like if something's wrong with you or if you miss school, like you have to make it up. And I didn't really want that to happen. And I did end up getting accepted for January. So I am going to be, taking more precautions, taking more care of myself, making sure I do get plenty of rest so I won't get those symptoms back, because I really do not want to get those symptoms back or to feel that sick. Yeah, that's basically my life update, why I haven't uploaded or none of that. But for school wise, I think I did tell you guys that I was going to get my business degree. Basically I only have one class left, which that class I won't be taking. I decided to drop out last minute because the last 8 weeks of the semester, which started yesterday, so I decided to drop that class just because I really do not need it. I really do not know if I'll need it for my minor, if I'll end up finishing my minor at the state college. I have no clue yet. We'll see, which I think I probably won't finish it just because, I'm going to be part-time, and for me being part-time, I'm basically going to be going to school all year around, but only to be taking 2 to 3 classes at a time. So that's going to be taking a lot of my time, and I'm not going to have time to be taking other classes. So I really do not know much about that, but like how I said, I'm almost done. I am taking 2 classes right now, which are economic statistics and a macroeconomics updates. I'm going to be doing a giveaway soon, so look out for that. Going to be giving away all my ATI materials, so if you are planning to take the ATITs, I'm hoping to do this giveaway before the year ends. I really do not know when, because I have like a lot of textbooks, basically like have like a lot of textbooks that I use for the ATITs and stuff like that, and I just like want to give them away. So stay tuned for that video, so stay tuned for that giveaway. I'll probably post it on YouTube, if not post it on Instagram, or I'll probably post it on both. But yeah, so that's basically it for all like all the life updates, and I really just cannot wait to start this journey with you guys and share, of course. And of course, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and of course follow me on Instagram. And if you do have any questions regarding anything, please don't be afraid to contact me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.